This is Sarah,
And this is Susan, and welcome to Shh and Shut Up.
where you shh, because we can't shut up.
Hey guys!
Welcome back. Long time no see.
Yeah, sorry about last week. We were just busy, busy gals,
We are
and
very busy.
it just didn't happen. But we're back on track. We are
We're
back
back.
on
We're
track.
back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no getting rid of us. Sorry, not
Yeah,
sorry.
no, no, no. Don't
Also,
worry, guys. We're here to stay.
also, if you don't like TMI, I recommend pausing, closing the app, whatever you're watching on,
Yeah,
and
this is
just
not the episode for
forget
you.
this episode exists. This is for the girls, gays, theys, and anyone who likes TMI.
Yeah, and this is probably not for the cousins. Probably not for the moms either. Just gonna throw that
Well,
out there.
TBH, my mom, no, my mom knows all of this.
Fair. I guess my mom was there also for me,
So,
but so do with that what you will. Okay,
yeah.
mom, you can choose. This is your sign that this is if you want, you can listen. If not,
It's a
no offense
personal
if you peace
choice,
out. Yep.
but I don't want to hear anything.
No. We do not want your negative feedback if you don't like
Yeah,
the content of this episode. Okay, guys?
it's on you. That's a personal problem. But anyways, let's do a quick little update. Sarah, do you want to start us off?
Ooh, I don't even know if I have any updates. School's been very busy, lots going on.
She's
But it's been
killing
going
it.
well. Low-key, I have been doing a pretty good job lately. I'm actually pretty
That's what I'm
proud of that.
saying. Yeah.
I went back, guys, to doing my own nails, back on the doing my own nails grind, and these week nails right here are more than 2 weeks old.
Wow, the grow
So
out isn't even like wow. I would not have
it's
guessed
not
that.
even bad.
No, I wouldn't
Um,
have guessed.
and they haven't like my nail itself did break in one spot, but other than that, nothing, which is pretty good for me.
That's awesome.
So that's exciting. Been spending a lot of time with my boyfriend. LOL.
Yeah, everyone petitioned to have Nolan as our next guest so I can and let me know what questions to ask him.
Yeah, I already told Nolan he was going to be the our next guest, and he said he's scared, but he'll get over it.
No, I'm gonna be nice to him because I was nice to you when I was like able to ask you anything.
No, I know. I He'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Just worried about nothing.
Yeah. Anyway, so I feel like that's really all I've been up to. I'm just ready for the semester to be over, but just a couple more weeks, so I can do it.
hmm
What about
I'm
you,
feeling
Susan?
feeling very ready for the semester to be over. Um, I'm currently on a carrot juice journey. I'm that's
She's
like
tanning from within.
that's like my life update is I'm on day 13 of drinking 8 to 10 ounces of carrot juice a day so I can tan from within. And last night I was
I was just
driving.
thinking, hold on, before you continue, does it taste disgusting? Like, I can't tell as I watch you drink it every day. I'm like, is that gross or is she just trugging to get it done? Like, I just need to know
I
how
would
is it?
not finish the whole thing if I slow sipped it.
Okay.
I will say
So it's not good.
it's not good. I will say I've gotten more used to it and it becomes more palatable every day. I will say what happened last night is that I realized that like it's better when it's like been sat like it's better. I like it the best when I like, have to get more, go to the grocery store and like leave it on the counter for a few minutes before I drink it. So
Okay,
like
so not
when it's
like
like
ice cold.
when it's ice cold, it's like harder to drink so fast. But it does, I mean, it just literally it's straight carrots, so obviously it just tastes like straight carrots. And it's not like
And I love a
necessarily
carrot. I just don't know if I like it in liquid form.
yeah, it's not that I don't like carrots, it's just the fact that it's like it's just like not fun to drink. I don't know.
Okay.
But I've kind of gotten used to it. I usually have my Monster right after. The other day I had carrot
Right, a
juice and
chaser,
Monster.
naturally.
Yeah, I had carrot juice, Monster, and the Liquid IV hot chocolate all within 5 minutes of each other as the
Whoa.
first things in my stomach.
And how did your stomach do with that?
So this was like I had this all at 8:30 a.m. and then went to my class because my class started at 9:05. I had to pee the moment I got into the building. I had to pee before class started. I had to pee 45 minutes into class. And then I had to pee at the end of the 75-minute class.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I'm not surprised.
I'm not shocked either. But yeah, no, I can't actually tell. Obviously, so Google said it's going to take at least 28 days to start seeing results. So we're like almost halfway. Tomorrow will be my halfway point to when we might be able to be able to see results. Sarah, that's like my current
Okay, so
that's the
maybe.
current journey I'm on.
I love it.
So, um, yeah, I don't know. Everything else in my life is kind of boring right now. I mean, well,
Fair.
I did turn 23.
Oh my goodness, I forgot. I
Yeah.
because we haven't recorded in so long. Wait, that means I need to tell the pod three things that I love about you.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, let's go ahead.
I'm
First,
glad they're
number
good
one.
things.
You said you're glad they're good things?
Good things, like things you love about me, not just like three random.
Oh yeah, no, only three things I love about you.
I appreciate that.
Okay, number one, Susan is a ray of sunshine. Like actually, like look at the sunflowers on her wall, and I feel like that embodies Susan very well. Like the girl, even on like bad days, I feel like Susan is just like a light.
Oh,
Which I love
thanks.
about her. Number
Sometimes my
one.
bad days test me.
Everyone's bad days test them, okay?
Sure.
Number two, Susan can talk me down. So, like Susan, even if she herself, like on her own, isn't always like number one level-headed, Susan can bring a level-headed energy to anything. And I have some ridiculous stressors, like things that people should not be concerned about. And Susan is always like, "Uh, okay, respectfully, I see where you're coming from, but no.
I can
And
always see where you're coming from. It just
no, and I
it just doesn't
appreciate
make
that.
sense all the time. I like how you
Exactly.
prefaced that though, that I'm not always level.
No, that's my point is, okay, you're pretty good, but I just mean like you can always step out of whatever is in your mind and you can like you help the people around you.
Thanks.
And then third, I think you're a good time. Like I think you're hilarious and I think you're fun.
I
And
think you're
there's frankly
fun.
like if I want to do when we lived close together,
Oh,
if there's like anything I wanted to do or like thought we should do, like Susan would be the first person I would tell because Susan is down for anything.
and I
Like,
like to make those things happen. Like,
yes.
let's do it.
Like,
I
let's do
was
it.
I was in the car for 6.5 hours with some people I don't know super well yesterday. Nice people, nice people. But someone was talking about ice cream, and I was like, my best friend and I, when we were down bad one semester, the semester was kicking our butts a tiny bit. We got ice cream many, many nights.
I was telling my friends about that this week. I was like, guys, there was one semester Susan and I were struggling, and Dairy Queen did keep us. Dairy Queen, Culver's, and Sonic kept us going
Yeah. And you know
on a
what?
rotation. And
Yeah,
you
it
know
was
what?
like,
I'm fine with that.
yeah, because look where we are now. We made it through.
We made it. Here we are.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that yesterday, though. I miss when we lived close to each other.
Me too.
It's like
Anyway,
actually
do you want to
tragic.
introduce our topic for the day?
Yes. Okay, guys. So Sarah and I have many thoughts about this topic. We've wanted to talk about it for a while, but it's like kind of weird to like talk about as one of our first podcast episodes. So we needed to make sure we were like at least 10
Also, we
episodes
had
in.
requests for this
Yeah,
topic.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So one thing about Sarah and I is that we are both, I don't know how to say victims of, participants in.
We've both partaken.
We've both partaken in plastic surgery. And
And you wouldn't expect it, I feel like, from either of us.
no, I like said that to someone the other day, not like in a weird way, because some mine are weird. They're both like, anyways, but like it's like no one, I don't know, like you would not expect it, I think, from either of us. Um, but we've both had plastic surgery,
Technically more
and
than once.
yeah, for both of us. Yeah, I forgot you had your other one. Yeah. Yeah, I've technically had three plastic surgeries. Sarah's had two,
Yeah, one's a surgery, one was a procedure, but
but
both by a
yeah.
plastic surgeon.
Yeah. And anyways, we have thoughts because also like as people who have participated in plastic surgery, we also then also have like thoughts that maybe you wouldn't expect people who have had plastic surgery to have.
True. Do you want to start? You want to tell your side first?
Sure. So just like explain.
Yeah, just take it away.
Okay. Okay,
Tell the
guys.
class. Susan, what have you had done?
Okay, okay. Okay, guys. Like I said, TMI, but I don't care. But just sometimes people do. So,
Some people do. We're being very serious. This is a TMI one.
like
Some
I'm
sensitive areas.
like if you thought Peru and me telling you about my diarrhea was TMI,
I would
buckle
take a
up.
step away. Anyway, continue,
Anyways,
Susan.
so hi everyone. My name is Susan. I got my first plastic surgery in 2017. That one is like not super TMI. I had her name was Bertha. She was like, I don't know how to describe the size, but she was like roughly
Quarter.
this
Like a
large.
quarter?
Bigger.
A half cent piece. Have you ever seen those?
No,
No, not
but
a half cent piece, a half dollar, a 50-cent piece.
oh
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
looking
Okay,
for.
that size. So I was born with a birthmark on my stomach. Like my lower right abdomen, like next to my belly button. Anyways, so her name was Bertha. And just to be so honest, it was like really raised. The only way to describe it was it looked like that part of my skin. It wasn't just like a natural looking birthmark. That part of my skin like looked like black skin and was like super, super dark brown. Like I could wear, if I was wearing a white shirt or like any light color, wearing an undershirt, you still see her shining through. And then Bertha one day decided to start growing black dots. Um, and we have a
Looking like
his
cancer.
Heyo. And we have a history of melanoma in the family. And so had to get her taken off. So I have a scar that's like this long. I don't know how to describe. How many inches do you think this is? Like
4.
4 inches. She's about 4 inches long. But I did have a plastic surgeon do it because it is like right on my stomach and I wanted it to look good. Because it was a circle, they had to like take off like so much area around it and it's kind of jagged, but since it was done by a plastic surgeon, it looks like you can only really see it if I'm cold because it like turns purple.
Yeah,
But
you can barely see it because
like
Susan and I've hung out in swimsuits together
many times. Yeah.
many times or just seen things many times
Yeah.
and it looks good.
Yeah, you can like bear like I a lot of times forget it's there. So that was like my first introduction, I guess, to the plastic surgery world. And
It was
that's
a
like
gateway procedure.
my
Just kidding.
gateway. No,
I'm
literally.
joking.
My gateway procedure was my birthmark removal. It's technically called like a Mohs procedure for anyone curious. And also I just like to preface that if you are worried about skin cancer, I highly recommend going to a dermatologist. I also had to like just get like a mole removed on my neck earlier this year. Like, if you're worried about those things, go to the dermatologist. Everyone, skin cancer is real. Okay,
Susan would
but
know.
I would know. Anyways, so that one's like pretty minor. I got that done my freshman year of high school. In December of 2017, actually. I don't know why I remember all these dates. But yeah, so that was like pretty minor. I will say though that like my one thing when I got that procedure done is like I was so afraid of getting stitches removed. So I had them do like the dissolving stitches. And that was pretty fabulous to not have to get stitches removed because for my other two, I had to get stitches removed. But okay, so should I just like keep going
Yeah,
with my
just keep going.
Okay,
Just tell them
okay.
all of yours.
Okay, so then my other two are the same procedure, but I got them done almost exactly 1 year apart from each other. So my next two procedures of plastic surgery was I've had two labiaplasties. So I got my first
Designer
labiaplasty.
pussy.
Hey, no, she better be perfect at this point. Um,
I haven't seen her, but I bet she's perfect.
I can show you if you want.
We'll do that later.
Yeah, but not on the podcast, not on Zoom.
Anyway, continue tell your story.
Okay, so my first one was in August of 2022. In my sophomore year of college. It was actually the first week of school. But anyways, so I have had two labiaplasties. So I got the first one done because well actually to be so real, I thought I was getting both of my labias done at the same time the first time. And it wasn't until after I had the surgery that I realized they only did one side and I was like, hello. But I maybe I blacked out during a conversation or something, but they just did the one side first because I had told the doctor I wasn't like concerned about aesthetics here. I was just concerned. I grew up getting UTIs all the time. Like I think I got my first UTI in the second grade. And that's like not normal for a child. Um, So I got my first UTI in the second grade. Like
As
things,
someone who's never had a UTI, yeah, that's not normal.
yeah. And so, and it just like, it was like hard to put in tampons. It was just not good. And like I also like started riding horses more in high school and stuff. And it just like I think my pediatrician mentioned to my mom like once when I was younger that like you might want to get this taken care of soon someday. And it just like it kind of was like I mean, yes, I was getting UTIs, but it was a little bit of a non-issue. And then I started riding horses more, and it was just like uncomfortable and impeding my day-to-day life. And then my doctor was like, "Oh yeah, like you for sure want to get this taken care of, like eventually." And the problem with a procedure like a labiaplasty is that, you know, surgeries are expensive, as Sarah can testify to. Um,
Very.
and a labiaplasty is considered plastic surgery, and so a lot of times insurance won't cover it. But because I was like on the college like equestrian team, they were like able to like use that to like appeal to insurance as like quality of life stuff like that. And so they actually got my insurance to cover both my labiaplasties 100%. So
That's a
that's
miracle.
pretty impressive. Also, I would recommend, just as like a side note, I would recommend going to a OBGYN for a labiaplasty. I've seen horror stories online of people just going straight to the plastic surgeon. I would go to your OBGYN because I also think that like I think sometimes, I mean, you can get really good plastic surgeons, but I think sometimes, and the one who did my birthmark had retired, but I think sometimes when you go to the plastic surgeon, they are concerned about the aesthetics. And I was not concerned necessarily about the aesthetics of my labias. I was concerned about the functionality of my life.
Functionality.
And I
Yeah.
was concerned about quality of life things. So, and like, anyways, I had a great experience with my first one. And so they did the side that was like more concerning,
Worse.
worse. And then for a while I was like, "Oh my gosh, like my life has changed. I like don't even like need to do anything else." And then about like 6 months later, I realized that the one they didn't do, um, it was like starting to hurt. And I went back into the doctor and he was like, "Oh my gosh, this looks like it's just gonna rip off." And I would actually prefer
Ow.
I would actually prefer if that didn't happen, sir. So, August 2023, so a year after, once again, the first week of school, I got my labiaplasty done on my other side, and my grandma took me to that procedure, funnily enough.
I
That
did not
was,
know that.
yeah, because my dad was unavailable for reasons that will not be shared on the podcast.
Right? Yes.
And my mom was at like the International Horn Society conference.
Oh, this actually does sound familiar now.
Yeah, and I was like, "All right, grandma."
Thanks,
You
Grandma.
want to drive your granddaughter to her labiaplasty?
My
Super,
grandma would have a
super.
heart attack.
I'm super glad that one didn't make it into the email.
Yeah.
Yeah. My grandma has like a weekly gossip email basically that she sends to just the grandkids, none of her actual children. And everything gets put in said email. So I'm really glad the email started the, a bit after that because I swear to you that would have ended up in the
No,
email.
that would have been in the email.
Like she would have been
Like
like, "Oh, I
100%.
like yeah." Like and I will tell people like if you want to know, obviously I'm telling the podcast, which is on the internet. I will tell you anything. But just like having my grandma disseminate that information to my cousins, which is that's just like not a want of mine. But anyways, so got the second labiaplasty. I'll say for both labiaplasties, I didn't take any pain medication other than just like over the counter stuff. I was prescribed it, but I was like, I never felt like it was bad enough to take it. And I felt like I recovered pretty quickly from both. Like a few days later, I felt fine. I got my stitches out. I think I had stitches in for 2 weeks for them. And then the stitches being taken out were bad. And I think after, I can't remember if that was the first or second one, but I went in for my 4 week appointment. He was like, "Wow, you're like 90% healed." And I was able to start riding horses a month after the procedures.
Wow.
So, yeah. So, like, quick healing. The funniest comment my surgeon, I love my doctor. The funniest thing he ever said to me, though, was, mm, this was this year. I went in for something else. Which I don't think counts as plastic surgery. I don't
I
know.
don't think so.
So, anyways, I went in for something else, and he had done both my labiaplasties. same doctor, and he was like, you know, I'm spread eagle on the table. And he goes, wow, your labials look great. They're even. They look good. And I was like, they better
You
look
did
good.
good work.
I was like, good job, King. Like, I don't, like, I don't know what to tell you. But anyways, so those are those are my plastic surgeries. I've had a Mohs procedure and two labiaplasties.
Beautiful.
And so, do you want to tell us
Would
what
you
you've
do it
had
again?
done?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I
Well,
already knew the answer. I was just,
the Mohs procedure, yes, because like I probably it's like probably would have cancer if I didn't. So, and I will say, like, my pediatrician wanted me to get my birth. Like, she literally told my mom, because I was 14, I just turned 14 when I actually got it removed. My pediatrician told my mom at one point, if you don't go, like, get this removed, I'm gonna rip it off her. Like,
right. I forgot about that. I didn't
yes,
know that.
because she was like, you're like, this is gonna be cancerous. So I'm like thankful, obviously, we didn't have to go down the ripping or the cancer part,
Yeah.
both bad. The labiaplasties, I would 100% do that again. Like, you like thinking back to like before them, I was like, yeah, these are like really annoying and I like actually like, kind of hate them. But but I didn't think my actual quality of life would change as much as it did.
Yeah.
But like it actually like exponentially increased my quality of life. Um, it's just like life's just more comfortable. I feel like I had really great experiences. Like I've seen some people have bad experiences. I would like if you go to a doctor and like people have had bad like just make sure you're going to a doctor who like has done them before and you can trust because I felt like I really trusted my doctor. He like understood my concerns and I never had a single issue. Um, like Actually, I will say this is so funny. The after my first one, I actually ended up a few days after my procedure crying on the floor of my bathroom uncontrollably and called the after hours phone number for my doctor's office. Did I tell you this?
Yeah.
Because I was taking a bath because they said I could, and I thought I had a piece of dead skin. Turns out it was an internal stitch that was popping out. I accidentally pulled it. That hurt. Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, the after hours doctor got to hear me sobbing on my bathroom floor. My mom did. My dad did. Everyone got to hear me sobbing on my bathroom floor for a solid few hours
Susan's
after
dad
that.
is a surgeon, just
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
like, not that she couldn't tell her dad these things, but like he is also a doctor and a surgeon, so
Yeah.
like it's also a little less weird that way too.
It is a little less weird than my dad knows that. Yeah, no. My dad drove me to my to my appointment this summer.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if that one's too much for the internet.
I don't know. We don't have to get into that today.
Okay. Now, your turn, Sarah. Tell us about yours, and then we'll discuss our thoughts on
Okay. Okay.
everything.
I had my boobs cut off.
Hey,
Well, I did have
bye big titties.
see ya titties.
Oh, wait, no, what did my cake say? Bye big boobs.
I think it said buy big boobs. Susan
Yeah.
did make me a pre-breast reduction cake, which that was incredible,
It
honestly.
was funfetti too, and it
Which
looked
is my
like
favorite
boobs.
cake, and it looked like boobs.
And its size, pretty accurate.
No, pretty freaking accurate. It was really good. Anyway, so my surgery was December 15th, 2022. I know the day even. It was a big day for me. A very exciting day for me. So I guess let's see. I got a breast reduction, obviously.
Hmm. Do you want to talk about like why you did
Yeah,
or?
yes. I well, one, I did hate the boobs, and mostly too, I had really bad back pain and like
Hmm.
shoulder pain. I had
And
sort
that
of
was
like
like the beginner, like we all know Sarah as marathoner, runner girl, but this was like I feel like more towards like also the beginning of your running journey.
yeah, I had only been running like kind of casually for a couple of years at that point. I hadn't run any races yet, but like my boobs could hit me in the face if my bra wasn't supportive enough. Like actually, like
Hmm.
people think I'm joking when I say that, but like no, like legitimately smack me in the face. People didn't realize my boobs were so big because I'm really good at the smash them down game.
She
Like
was, oh my gosh, guys, no, like, yeah.
I'm very good. I was very good at it.
Yeah.
Because I would pretty much do anything I could to make them appear smaller.
And let's also remember that Sarah has a very small frame. Like she is like how tall are you again? Like
Five
5?
one.
Yeah, okay. And
Like
she's
guys, I'm 5'1" and like my frame isn't big. Like I wear like a 0 or a 2. Like
yeah.
I'm not a very big person. So having 32H boobs um is not is kind of insane. They're really heavy.
Yeah. Yeah. Can wait. 30
Okay. So
32H?
32H is really big.
Yeah.
Um
You don't say.
yeah, really big. Um and like I'd had like a small injury in high school, like a small back injury at one point in high school, and like one of my doctors that I was going to at the time literally was like, your boobs are honestly just too big for your body. Like they're too heavy that your body like is having a really hard time healing from this because it has so much pressure from
Yeah.
your tits. So I did get them cut off, not fully cut off. Now I'm a 32D.
They look
Um,
so good. Oh my gosh, guys. Can I just interject here? Sarah's boobs look so good that like they just look so good. Like part of me is like I just like I don't even need like I don't want like I just need a lift. Like the lift looks so good.
yeah, I guess when you get a reduction, generally you also get a lift because otherwise my boobs would be like really low.
Yeah,
Like they
which
would just be saggy. So because they cut off about 5 pounds
which
of
if anyone knows
boob.
how much boobs weigh, that's so much boob.
Yeah, it's like 4 inches of boob.
That's so
Um,
much boob. Like I just need the people to understand like how
that's
much.
a lot. Like, guys,
Like,
Google what it's not all fat, like some of it's breast tissue, which is more dense than fat. It's like kind of a mixture of things, but either way, it's a lot.
yeah.
Um, so yeah. I guess so Susan, I guess told you guys how big her scars are. My scars are big. I will say that I have so I guess I don't know. The way they can do breast reduction surgeries a few different ways. Like there's a few different scar patterns that people end up with. It just depends on how much or what your surgeon prefers and then also how much boob you're getting cut off. Since I did get a pretty significant amount removed, which is what I wanted. Like I told
Yeah.
my surgeon before I wanted to be probably about a C. I'm happy with the D. I'll honestly I would take anything. But like it feels good. My boobs are great. But I do have scars all the way from like below my armpit, all the way under my boob to like the middle on both sides,
Yeah.
and then also up my boob and around my nipples.
And like
So,
yeah, that those are like the normal breast reduction scars.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some people also don't do like a full, like the lollipop anchor. You can
Mhm.
just do like a lollipop or just an anchor or both.
Okay.
But it is a pretty normal scar pattern. Um, so yeah, breast lift.
And I know that that was, I know like your recovery like was super painful. Like you
It
can talk
was
to anyone
really,
who's had a breast reduction and it sounds painful, but like so obviously like that was a lot of pain. Like it's not just like, oh,
yeah,
take it.
because recovery
So,
afterwards, I also had drains in for a few, like 4 days. So it's like literally a tube inside my body and coming out to like a bulb that is catching like blood and lymph fluid. That you have to like suction extra like fluid out a few times a day and empty it, and then they just keep collecting
yeah. So
fluid.
would you say that that like experience of like obviously this is not an easy recovery like that like if someone was considering like in the same position you were in like would like was this worth it to you even with
Yeah,
the intense recovery? Like I thought I know the answer but like would you recommend it to someone?
I still recommend it to people all the time. Like because my quality of life has improved. Like I can wear one bra to run. Like I have my boobs can't hit me in the face anymore. Like at all. It's
That's
not
so nice.
uncomfortable. No, literally, it's not uncomfortable to be like I still like to wear a bra, but like I can be braless and it's not like so much pressure
Mm-hmm.
because it just used to feel like heavy
Mm-hmm.
all the time.
I feel like it's probably like similar to like you when a woman's like pregnant and her like belly drops, it like feels nice for someone to like lift up her
I used to
belly,
set my boobs on a desk sometimes because it like took some of the pressure off
the
of like my
pressure off.
back.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. Um, so and then like the drains I feel like are the worst part. So after those like I think it was 4 days because I think I had surgery on a Friday and I think he got him out on like the Tuesday or Wednesday. Once those were out, it was better because you have something like coming out, like it's just like an opening between your stitches underneath your
Mm.
boob. So it's like stitched all the way up to it on one side and stitched all the way up to it on the other, but then you have the tube coming out. And so anytime it moves at all, it like
Ow,
pushes on
on your fresh
the
stitches.
on your fresh stitches. So once that was out, pulling it out when they took it out at the doctor's office, really uncomfortable because you can feel the tube inside you being
Hmm.
like pulled out. So
Hmm.
that really hurts. But and then moving hurts for a few weeks and I did my surgery in Arizona and then I flew home a week after it to go home for Christmas. Um, and I got extra swollen when I was flying, which
Mm.
was also really painful. My whole chest was like green and purple, like I was bruised everywhere and so swollen. Like so swollen for weeks and I couldn't do like pretty much I couldn't lift my arms past my shoulders for like I wasn't supposed to for at least I think it was 2 weeks. I couldn't exercise other than walk, or I couldn't exercise really at all for the first 2 weeks, and then I couldn't do anything other than walking for the first 6 weeks. So, and it was like it took a long time to be able to like fully lift my arms back up normally,
Yeah.
just because I had like stitches everywhere, and I do still have like massive scars, but it's worth it to me.
Well, and also like I know obviously like your scars are visible like obviously, but like even I remember like this summer you sent me a picture of like a swimsuit top
Yeah,
where you were like wondering and like to someone who like obviously like on your body you're gonna notice everything.
yeah.
But even like me like knowing you had those scars, like I was like, "Oh, it doesn't look like they've never been like jump out obvious to me in a swimsuit top for you."
Yeah. And like I have a friend who shall not be named, but they figured out I had this surgery like after they'd seen me in a swimsuit before, and I was like, "Well, yeah, didn't you see my scars?" And they're like, "I did not notice." So,
Yeah.
obviously I
So,
noticed more than other people, but
yeah.
oh, and then I guess my other surgery is or procedures related to this one. I, for some reason, had a really weird complication, I
Yeah,
guess.
I would consider it a complication.
Complication, where my nipples were inverted after surgery.
Which we know some people have inverted nipples, but when you have a
Yeah.
surgery and you didn't before,
You're not supposed, it might, like, my surgeon didn't even tell me that that was a possibility. Like, there were a lot of possibilities, like, your nipples could die and fall off, or things
whoa.
like that. Yeah. Yeah.
I actually didn't know that that was.
Yeah. That's a possibility. He said he'd never had that happen before, so a little odd. But then, so for that procedure to fix that, you're awake on the table. And so then they just do
Stab you.
local anesthetic. It hurts. It is uncomfortable. And then they, yeah, stick some knives in. You can feel the tissue being cut.
Hmm.
It isn't painful because they've numbed it, but you can, yeah, literally my surgeon was like, "Can you hear that? You hear that tissue I'm cutting? Can you hear that?
And you're
Can
like,
you feel that?" And I
yes.
was like, I can. I can also see you doing it, so that's uncomfortable, but I mean,
Tell
worth
the
it.
people how you got your stitches out from that procedure.
Oh. After that procedure, I went to Spain
On her study
to study
abroad.
abroad. And so
España.
España, so I had to take my stitches out on my own. And for the first surgery, I think they did dissolvable stitches because I don't remember taking them out. So they must have been dissolvable.
Hmm.
And there was also some glue. They did
Mm.
both. But then for the nipple correction, I did have to take them out, and there was just one day while I was in Spain where I was like, I think it's probably time to take them out now. My host family's all gone, so I literally just took my shirt off on my bed in my host family's house, got some tweezers, and started pulling.
She's so brave, guys. I remember all this going down, and I was like, oh my
I was
gosh.
really scared.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a crazy character development moment. Like imagine removing your own nipple sutures.
I know. Also, that's like really kind of hard to do. Like
Yeah.
looking down and you're like hoping for the best here.
Well, that's crazy.
But I made it.
All I'm
And
gonna
I would do it
say
again.
is Sarah's tits look amazing.
Thank you. Susan does compliment my tits. They are, I'll give it to myself, they're pretty perky.
They're
And
pretty,
I do,
yeah,
I
yeah,
do appreciate
but it's
that.
not like when like people get a breast augmentation and you're like, oh my gosh, like they sit too high up on your chest.
Yeah.
It's like hers are perky, but they don't sit too. It's not like
I think they look really natural
they look
because that is
really
my actual
natural.
boob. Like, I
Yeah,
think that also helps.
I agree.
Um,
Like there's nothing like implanted. There's
yeah.
nothing unnatural in your body.
No. They all they did was take stuff out.
Yeah.
5 pounds of tissue.
That's so crazy.
Like that's like kind of a lot.
I know. Well, I mean,
And I can wear normal shirts now. I can buy bras at a normal store. I can buy cute
what?
bras even. Like, guys, life has
That's
changed.
crazy. No, you had 5 pounds of breast tissue. My surgeon, he goes, I took off a little over an inch.
Holy crap, that's a lot of labia.
Yeah. But now I don't even have an inch long labia.
I was gonna say, I don't think mine are an inch long.
No, but like, oh, I will say, sorry, this is like super random. I'm not trying to cut you off.
Oh
But
no, you're good.
um, it is normal to be an outie, guys. It's normal to be an innie or an outie. Wait, I will say, if you just think you're an outie, don't get that's not the reason to get a labiaplasty. Like it is so natural and normal to be an outie. And my doctor told me that people who get labiaplasties too, because they're just because they're an outie, it's like not like anything but that. Those are the people who end up in pain after their surgery. Like you cannot become an innie from a labiaplasty without having like that's like when you get surgical complications.
Fair.
So, just so everyone knows, I just feel like I need to share that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Most people aren't looking to make their boobs smaller, unless you are. So,
there are some people, and it's
true,
like
but it's not that many.
it's not that many. Yeah, I know. I literally just was watching a TikTok series of this girl who's at U of A who just got breast augmentation.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, everyone wants to be skinny with big tits, but sometimes the big tits are not.
No, fake big tits are much lighter than real big tits, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So they tend to have less pain
Yeah.
associated.
Okay, so
I
if
will say, oh, I guess my one thing is it was expensive. My
mm,
insurance needed to have, I can't remember if it was a year or 2 years of documented physical therapy for back pain because of
her boobs.
the boobs issue, like specifically documented that way, which my insurance wouldn't have covered. So it was going to cost more money to do those years of physical therapy than it would have just to pay for
Do
the
the
surgery
surgery.
outright. So
Yeah. Okay, so now that we've discussed what we've had done, would you ever get more plastic surgery?
I'm not going to say, um, I would never get plastic surgery, but I don't like I mean I'm pro people doing whatever makes them feel best,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't I'd rather learn to love myself
Mm-hmm.
than yeah,
No,
than get plastic surgery really, but I'm not gonna say like never.
never
Like
say never.
if I had twins or something, I would not be opposed to getting extra skin cut off, like things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But I don't plan to get anything more right now.
No, that makes sense. I feel like Well, we all know the one thing. Well, not we all. We both know the one thing I really want. Can you guess what I'm gonna say? It's not
I
surgery.
Oh,
I really want Botox.
Master Botox.
But guys,
Oh yeah, I'm not. If we're including Botox in this,
now I'm just talking
then
about
don't
aesthetics.
say no.
But because
I'm
here's the
dating
thing.
someone in dental school, and do you know who can do Botox? Dentists.
No way.
Just throwing
Can
it out there. So, um, if this one works out,
Oh my gosh, I'm
I'm
gonna get
never
it.
gonna say never.
Yeah, oh my gosh. No, because I know Sarah wants Trap Talks. I want
I want
Master
trap
Botox,
talks.
but because I get such bad jaw pain that then like leads to I think also get some here because like when I've had chronic migraine since kindergarten. If I get a migraine and I put like pressure like here, it like helps my migraine. So I'm like I feel like I think I had I know not think I did have a neurologist when I was like at a pediatric neurologist like say like we could try Botox, but I was too afraid of needles at the time to be like gung-ho about that. But no,
You should try and get Botox before you're kicked off this insurance.
I know, but the problem is that like to get insurance to cover it, you have to see a neurologist, but my appointment with a neurologist isn't till beginning of February when I'll be on the other
Oh,
insurance.
never
But
mind then.
yeah, so it's kind of yeah, I wish, like genuinely I wish. But um yeah, because my parents' insurance will cover anything, but I am getting kicked off in January. I'm not even 26. But
Yeah, I would get trap talks, and also you can't see probably right now, but I have a forehead wrinkle that no one else notices, but I really dislike it.
mm.
I don't know.
See,
I go back and forth on how I feel about getting a lot of Botox, but I'm
I
gonna
will
say never on that one.
obviously like I feel like there is always a point where it's like that's too much. I was like I don't know how I feel about filler and stuff because that stuff like it all like lip filler always migrates, it feels like. And
Yeah,
you
I
know,
actually like my lips, so I probably wouldn't get
I
lip
feel like
filler.
I like your lips too.
Thank you. I
I feel
like
like
your lips.
oh, thanks. I feel like there's like a slippery slope.
Yeah, for sure.
But and because here's like my thing, I guess I'm just gonna share my take on plastic surgery. My
Yeah.
take on plastic surgery and I guess like all aesthetics in general is that I think that like quality of life is super important. And if you have the like will and the means to improve your quality of life, and it's like obviously, I mean like improving quality of life in like a way that doesn't like isn't detrimental to others, right?
Yeah.
But if you have the will and the means to improve your quality of life, like sometimes I just like don't understand why you wouldn't. Like I sometimes you see people who this like includes emotionally, like they have the means to improve their quality of life. Like they're like, this would just make my life so much better. It's like if they have the means, like why it's like what's stopping you from making that happen? I know there's
Yeah.
lots of factors, but I think that quality of life is so important. And like sometimes it is the little things that just like improve your quality of life so much more than you would have thought it. But I also think it should be like no girl should grow up saying like when I grow up, I'm gonna get a labiaplasty. Like when I
Yeah.
was younger, I'm like so thankful that people weren't like, you need to like my pediatrician mentioned it once to my mom because I was getting UTIs. Like no little girl should be getting chronic UTIs.
Yeah.
And so I think that like people shouldn't be growing up like I think that's a bad part of society is like people growing up like this girl that I love her. I love her TikToks, but this girl she literally said in one of her videos she just got breast augmentation that she grew up like wanting to look like a Barbie doll, wanting to get all this plastic surgery like from a young age. And like
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that like getting a breast augmentation is like the end of the world. I'm just saying that like she shouldn't have like grown up with like knowing what those procedures were.
Or feeling like that's something that she needed.
Oh yeah, and to feel
I
happy about
Yeah.
herself, you
I
know?
also think that like plastic surgery is a big choice. We shouldn't just be like
It shouldn't be a fad.
willy-nilly. No, it
I
shouldn't be a fad.
I
'Cause
feel
like
like
there have been
it
times
is
in
a
my life
fad.
where I'm like, I would love to get a rhinoplasty. Like I would love to change my nose. And there was a while where I was like obsessed with that idea. And now I'm like, is my nose my favorite feature? No. But like you can like I feel like learning and growing, like there are a lot of things that you just don't need to change yourself.
Yeah.
But if things are going to make you feel happier, I'm not anti you doing them. I just think it's like it shouldn't be a fad. You shouldn't do it because other people want you to. Like it's got to be your choice. And
hmm I will say I grew up in an area where there was a lot of plastic surgery that I didn't know existed growing up because like my mom is like let's
your
just have
mom's
no
not
my
a
my mom is a tomboy. Not saying tomboys can't get plastic surgery. I just mean that like my mom is just
the woman wasn't looking for bigger boobs and
no, she
Botox
no, she was
and
not.
filler.
That would mess up her horn playing.
I
But
know.
she, anyways, so like I never like saw it from my mom, and I grew up. I don't know. I didn't realize that like my aunts had my aunts had fake boobs. Like I didn't realize so many of like influential women in my life like had fake boobs. Like, and I didn't realize it until I was so much older. And like obviously like. As a kid, like you shouldn't realize it. Like people shouldn't be telling you that their boobs are fake. But as a child, but also I do feel like a tiny bit like that like messes that skews with your perception. You see all these
Unrealistic
you
expectations
see
for sure.
every single woman at church has perfect boobs. And I'm not saying like I was focusing on this as a child, but it's like every single person at church has perfect boobs. And when you're like going through puberty and you're like, mine don't sit like that.
No, and they never will.
And they never will.
Because mine
And
don't even sit like that, and I've had
yeah.
surgery on them.
And like obviously like it's okay that mine don't sit like that. And it's like the only reason those boobs sit like that is because there's implants in them that
Because they're
hold them up.
silicone. Silicone
Because
sits like that.
yeah, silicone sits like that. Normal boobs don't. And I'm not saying that like that's bad that they do. It's just like, oh my gosh, like yeah, my I will never look like that. But it's interesting because like it felt like everyone at church has their fake boobs.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like it really does bother me when plastic surgery is like a fad. And I feel like we go through like waves on social media where it feels like every single
I feel
influencer.
like we're back in a boob
We are.
phase.
We're back in a boob phase. And I don't know. I think people are so much more influenced than they think they are.
I agree.
Like you could, yeah, yeah.
Well, I feel like if you're seeing something all the time, even if you don't think you're being influenced, like it starts to feel normal.
Mm-hmm. I feel like nose jobs have become like I guess like pretty normalized too.
Hmm.
And again, I'm not saying like it's bad if you do these things, you make these choices. I just think it's an interesting concept that we've normalized this in society. Where it's just like, yeah, I don't know. Now I feel like it's weird to say, but I feel like everyone's thought about having a nose job before. But like
Yeah.
that's like sh that should not be like a thought that's like a common thought. I
No,
would
but like me and my roommates in college used to joke about it all the time.
Yeah, I will say like that's one thing I would get my deviated septum fixed.
I wonder, I fear I may have a deviated septum.
And that's purely because I have so many allergies that I just like I don't do anything to help me breathe. But
That's fair.
but like I also like right now I'm fine. But I don't I don't know. It's so interesting because I think that everyone wants to look the same. It feels like everyone wants to look the same. There's like one ideal beauty standard, but then it's like you look at like the high-end fashion models. And it's like those people are the people who have like the super, I mean, obviously there's like a body type, but they're the people who have like the super unique facial features.
That's true.
And it's like those are the people we like put in like fashion industry, but like I feel like
But
the,
influencer industry though is like I feel like
everyone
the
wants to look the same.
everyone wants to look the same because it's like, oh, they're normal people, so I can look like them too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard line.
It's a hard line. And I think honestly, like if if you're super, you know, if you're super insecure about something and like to a point where it's like really mentally like getting on you, you have like no sense of confidence and you think that doing something will improve your confidence and therefore like improve your mental quality of life because I do think mental health is part of your quality of life. Like more power to you.
100%.
But I
And I will
also,
say like mine was very much practical, but then there was also a big element of I just like hated the way it looked.
yeah, and like that, and so like I'm glad that improved your physical and mental quality of life.
Yeah. So I'm
You
saying I'm
know?
not just like I'm not discounting the fact that sometimes people just want to change things.
No, no, because like even my birthmark, it was like, oh my gosh, like I felt embarrassed when you could see it through like a double layer of clothing.
Yeah.
Like that was like that felt embarrassing to me because I'm also just like a naturally pale person. Like at a certain point, it got to the point where it's like uh my labias were gonna make it really not cool to have sex, and like that felt like the concepts of that was embarrassing to me.
Yeah.
So it's like things, I don't know, things affect you mentally. Um, but I would say first and foremost, like everyone's beautiful.
They are. Truly.
Everyone is so beautiful. You should not be walking around, A, putting others down because they look different than you, but you should not like looking different from others is never bad.
Agree. Also, I have a game, a challenge, a game challenge that I challenge
Ooh.
people to do. I've done this before with myself when I've been really in a low place, but choose three things that you physically like about yourself. Like three favorite things. I don't care what they are. Like, but I feel like being able for me, like being able to like in times when I'm like I hate everything, like I hate it
Mm-hmm.
all, then I can be like, no, no, no. There's those three things that you like. Like let's just like if
Mm-hmm.
we focus on that, then at least there's something.
No, I love that because I also like, I have really hooded eyes, guys. Like, I don't know if you can tell from the screen, I have really hooded eyes, and I saw online people getting, I think it's called like an upper bleph,
It
and
is.
some people's upper blephs look so good. Like
They do.
I cannot lie. They look so good. And so sometimes like I'm scrolling and I like see someone's like upper bleph video and I'm like, whoa, that's beautiful. That's amazing. Do I need an upper bleph? Like, why is that my thought process? But then you like keep going, you see someone who it's like, oh my gosh, wait, she has hooded eyes too, and she looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I think that like you can frame even things that like maybe aren't those three things that you love about yourself. Like you can frame things you don't like. Like you can find if you can find those features beautiful on someone else, like
Then you can on yourself
I
too.
guarantee they're beautiful on you too.
Hmm.
But
Aw. I
uh, I don't know.
feel like that's what I have.
Yeah, me too.
But we can always answer questions. If people have questions, let us
Yes,
know.
if you have questions about anything,
We're
let us
open
know
books.
because we really will tell you anything. Um,
We will.
clearly. Um, I don't know if I sent Sarah this, but I made a joke on my TikTok the other day because I was in the shower and I was thinking about how a guy literally told me that I was talking about something about an ear piercing. He literally told me that he goes, I'm not into body modification like that. Um,
Ear piercing?
yeah, yeah. I was literally
Okay.
talking about ear piercings, but my ears are pierced. At the time my eyelashes were dyed and permed. I have whitened my teeth and I have
Yeah.
plastied my labias. So like I'm sorry, like just because
Just because
like
you don't notice the body mods doesn't mean they
well, and
don't
that's
exist.
yeah, just because you don't notice it doesn't mean it's not there. But anyways, we love you.
We love you guys, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. And
Yay!
if you have any questions about this, let us know. And also, if you have any questions you think we should ask Nolan in a bit, let us know, guys, because I'm excited. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Way to keep the positivity.
No problem.
Anyways, love you.
Love you.
Bye.